Hey everyone, back here again today to speak about something that we call grit. And a lot of times that's something we do when we do work. We have to go clean the house and things that we don't want to do, but we do it because we have to. And a lot of the times we allow ourselves to believe that something like taking care of our health is not something that you have to do, that you could just push it aside as if it was watching the next TV series or something like that. And surprising enough, sometimes we watch TV series instead of taking care of our health. Usually because that's a long-term problem. We don't see the effects of that thing right away. So we actually postpone it because you don't have the immediate negative feedback loop. Surprisingly, that's one of the things I use. Why? It's the reason I use measurements every week, because it's a feedback loop. And I want you to be able to measure our progress week by week, but also you have to measure to check. So you know that Saturday is coming and you can't really slack off all the time. Maybe slack off a couple of days and realize, oh no, Saturday is coming and I gotta go back on track again. You could use that to help you get a little more motivation. But grit is sort of buckling down, doing what you need to do to get things done, to get towards your goal. And I really want to start having everyone move away from motivation and more toward grit. Grit is doing things even when you don't feel like doing it, but you know you have to dig deep. Do what you need to do, pushing through, because sometimes action precedes motivation. And just to get to that, using that grit to get going will help you to get motivated. One example that I have seen people come up with is this thought behind a really bad week. They jump on the scale, they do all the measurements and all that sort of thing, and they report back and realize, wow, I actually had a really good week. And that helps motivate them to keep going. So it's sort of instantaneous motivation. And that happens after the action has already happened, because they're already doing these things the week prior to getting the result. Anyways, I'm babbling on this point, but remember, grit is doing things when you need to and because you have to, not because you need to feel the motivation to do it. So don't wait for motivation. Sometimes action happens before motivation. So grit up.